This is the Business Storytelling Show with Christoph Trapp. Name a top 20 storytelling podcast and a top 5% podcast globally. Christoph chats with thought leaders and experts to share tips and tricks that can help you tell your company's stories better to drive business results. Available wherever you listen to podcasts, live streamed on major social media channels, and part of the DB&A television network. Available on most U.S. television sets and streaming on Roku and Amazon Fire. Here's Christoph with today's episode. Let's go.
Let's go. How's everyone doing? Fist bump. Let's get this party going here. Hey, you know what? Today, I want to talk about how to create audiograms in no time. And what's interesting about this topic to me is that I go back and forth. Do I need audiograms? Do I not need them? Are they worth my time? And the thing is, I wrote about this a while back. There's plenty of tools out there that you can use. Audio Burst, Lately, others. And then Heather Osgood, she is the podcast advertising queen, so to speak. She was talking about Headliner, how easy it is to use. And I thought, well, why don't I give it a try? Why don't I see if it works? Why don't I see if I like it? How do I tie it in? And it is pretty easy to use. And interestingly, I wrote about audiograms, I don't know, a couple years ago, and Max Brandstetter actually mentioned Headliner to me in the article. It's a one sentence thing. So we didn't go very deep on Headliner. So let's go a little bit deeper today, and let's talk about, whether or not it's worth trying, how I use it or how I'm learning it. And I'll walk you through the setting up my own podcast. We'll do it right here, right now. If you are listening to the podcast version of this, I would highly recommend to watch and listen on Spotify. We now are available in video on Spotify, so you can watch there. Super easy to do. So there you go. That's what I would do if I were you. All right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move my studio over on this screen, so I'm not looking at myself necessarily as much. And then I'm going to open up Headliner and I will share my screen. So again, make sure that if you are watching on, if you're listening on a podcast channel, it is important, I think, to watch the show either over on my YouTube channel or on Spotify. So the video podcast version is available there as well. All right. So first of all, what you got to do is you go to headliner.ap, I guess is the address. Let's take a look here. Headliner. I just typed it in. Honestly, I just Googled it. Headliner app. So it is headliner.app. Headliner.app. Super easy, right? I already signed up with my account, but I haven't done anything else. So that's something to keep in mind. So the first thing, and this is a game changer, in my opinion, honestly, it really, really, truly is. And that is that you can just tie I'm going to get rid of my name here, that you can literally just tie your podcast to this. So watch, connect podcast. You could enter an RSS feed link, or you can just search. So business storytelling podcast. I assume that means you have to be available on all the different podcast channels, but that should be the case anyways, right? All right, very good. So that's how it works right there. 432 published episodes. We're definitely moving along. Click on that. And then podcast connected. Create a new video. And it shows you, so it actually says 430 episodes, but it's 424. So it must count the ones that have not been published. Slightly surprised by that, honestly, but whatever. It doesn't really make any difference on how that works. So, and then let's just pick this last one here. What should you talk about on your podcast? Super easy. You just click on it, processing the episode, and it puts the episode right there. Boom. It takes a minute, but there it is. There is the episode. And so you really can just look. You can look through the episode. And I think people overthink production. Is this the best of the best quote? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. But this is like picking a partner. This is not my analogy here. So just so you know, um, what somebody said, you don't pick the best partner in the world because you would have to meet every single person. You meet the person that is closest to what you're looking for in a partner becomes your partner, right? Of the people you know. Same here. So you can just look around. I don't know if that analogy actually works, to be honest here, but so what I do is I just look through some of the clips and I'll just play them here.
If you're having a good time, I say roll with it. What's the worst case scenario, right? Other than, hey, we just had a fun conversation and you were human and you were interacting and you're being amazing. So I don't really have a recommendation other than have at it. You know better than anyone else who audience wants.
So I don't know if that's a good quote. So I just kind of keep scooching this around, keep looking. How far is it okay to go, let's say, off topic? Maybe that's not the right term. Maybe it's not off topic. Maybe it's going down a tangent of the topic. What's your philosophy on that? How do you handle that?
Honestly, I think if that topic is interesting, it's on point, and maybe again, you know your audience better than anybody else, right? And I say that to everybody. I may not understand underwater basket weaver community, but you do if this is your topic, right? And so if you do what I call squirrel and go off onto a tangent, if it works and it looks and it's good for the show, keep going.
So right there, 10:56. I think that's a decent soundbite. So all you do down here is you just change the timing, and it tells you the timing over here, right? So super easy. The biggest thing perhaps is right here, you have to turn captions on because that is by far the most important thing. That's what we need on audiograms, right? Because people are watching the show, they're watching the clip without the without the audio on. So there you go. We have that. And now click next. And I don't know which one I should pick. And you have to choose right here. I think square is probably the best because it works for everything. This is probably best for YouTube and websites, I guess. And that's Instagram. Story. I'll just pick that one. Done that. Next. Boom. See, and there it is. It's already like it's just picks it just picks, right? The art. And this is another reason why it's good to use guest art. So I could actually put, whoops, undo. Where's the undo button? Undo. I don't see the undo. Do you guys see the undo? Nope. Well, everything should have an undo. So I can put this right in between us here. Cyan eye right there. Maybe even make it a little bit bigger. Let's see. Like from cheek to ear, so to speak. Boom. Maybe move it over a little bit. Okay. Now, there's different options, waveforms that you probably just saw while I was talking here. But right here, basically, you can pick different options. Like this one, I don't know if I like that, honestly. That, nah, I don't know. I'm more of the traditional guy. This is a waveform. I mean, that's kind of neat. Maybe we'll go with that one just for now, because why not? All right. From there, you go and you do the background. We got that. Text. We got that. Templates. We don't need that. You can add other images. So if you don't like the background image that it pulls in, that's where you would do that. Okay. Create. You have to open Advanced Editor. That's what I would recommend. So you can look at the transcript. So there you go. That's how that works. And we will see how that looks in a minute. So it takes a moment, to upload the audio, generating the waveform, uploading the imagery so that everything is automatically pulled in from Anchor, which is my platform. And then I didn't see all the other ones that were right there. So here it is. That's how it looks. It does kind of walk you through it. We're going to skip that for now. it usually takes half of the time of your source file. So this is only like 30 seconds. So 15 seconds, something something like that. Okay, there it is. And you can just look at these, see if there's any big typos. I have not seen any big typos yet. See, I mean, this is pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's fine. I think it's fine. But you can edit that. Now, what I don't remember is how to change. There was a way to change how the transcript looks. Here, text styles and animations. That's how you do it. So that's the one. So you really lock caption times. I don't want to do that. Custom. So you could do, you can change to like an open sans, different colors, but I thought this is an open sans, maybe not. But bold description is okay. Nunito. So that's that's what's going on there. It changes to something else. And that's a bold. And then this is, a little bit looks like that. So the default, I think, looks just fine. And then you have the waveform right there in the middle. Animations. Oh, that's kind of cool. Animations. Yeah, so we'll do that too. I just noticed that you can, it's like karaoke, word for word. So that's kind of cool. All right, save. And then basically, I don't know if you can watch the preview. Let's see. Yeah. How far is it okay to go, let's say, off topic? I am not a fan of the red. So let's see what other color. I don't know. I don't know if I like any of those colors. Let's see how that looks. That's not the right term. Maybe it's not off topic. Maybe it's going down a tangent of the topic. What's your philosophy on that? How do you handle that?
Honestly, I think if that topic is interesting, it's on point, and maybe
So I think the one thing I would probably work on too the next time is the waveform. So I don't know if you can mess with the waveform. Wave position custom. Okay. But can you, see, that's how you change it when you're still in it. So if I wanted it to be bigger like that, I could do that. Let's see how that looks. Save. Bow, wow, wow. I mean, maybe.
And you know your audience better than anybody else, right? And I say that to everybody. I may not understand underwater basket weaver community, but you do if this is your topic, right? And so
underwater basket weaver. Okay. So you go into here, text styles and animations. No, that wasn't it. It was, where was it? Right here? No. Style. See, it's up there. So you kind of have to, no, was that it? So you have to kind of get used to it, how to fix it or change it. So that's how you do it. You click on the timeline, and then you can, like, what I don't like about it right now is it's too much on her. And I don't know if I want to stick with this waveform. I also don't know if you can change the waveform. Yeah, you can. While you're in here, halo, pulse, I don't know, burst, wave bars, okay, round bars. This is probably the more traditional way of making that look, honestly, right? The wave bars. You can just do that, move it around. So overall, I mean, look at it. We've been at this for 15 minutes with some time me gabbing and learning it, right? But once you learn it, once you do it, I mean, it's going to be easier and easier. Let's see how that looks, and then we're going to export it, and we're going to be done.
What I call squirrel and go off onto a tangent. If it works and it looks and it's good for the show.
So there you go. Easy enough. That's how you do it. Export it. It does email it to you. We don't need that. We don't need priority. Doesn't take super long. And now it's generating the video. Anchor, it's not currently integrated into Anchor, but it is integrated into Libsyn and other tools. So there you go. That's how easy it is. As you can see, I am indeed a fan of it. I'm probably going to use it more and more. We'll see how they perform. Of course, at the end of the day, makes no difference if I do audiograms if nobody cares, right? So you just got to keep that in mind as you're creating these. Are people watching them? Do they make a difference? Do they matter? What's the goal of them? And depending on what the goal is, you also want to make sure you have that in mind. So as you can see here, now you just download the video, and then probably, I'm guessing it's going to be available in just a second. They also email me, and then we can watch it again here with the downloaded version, and then we can call it a day on this episode today. I just wanted to tune in and see what you guys thought of this, and share the latest thing that I learned, because you know what? Learning is always cool. How far is it okay to go, let's say, off topic? Maybe that's not the right term. Maybe it's not off topic. I mean, super easy, right? And then you just download it, and then there you go. Done. That's all I have for today, my friends. How far? Of course, it opened. To go, let's say, off. It opened here in a window. That's all I have on the topic. Works super slick. Once you get into it, 5-10 minutes, you can probably create a fantastic audiogram. Headliner.app. Check them out.
That's a wrap. Thanks for tuning in. Please rate and review our show on your favorite podcast channels. And don't forget to share this episode with your networks. We appreciate you. Until next time, let the best stories win.